Astronauts to the moon.
The Bible describes a three-story universe. Heaven is a solid sphere, a hemisphere that arches over the earth, the rakia in Hebrew, the firmamentum in Latin, the firmament in the King James Bible. There was water above there, that's why the sky is blue, and somewhere above that is the abode of heaven, of God and the angels. We are down here on this flat earth. The Bible is definitely a flat earth book. And below us in the subcellar is Sheol, or hell. Now, with the development of telescopes and the discovery that the earth goes around the sun and that the earth is a sphere, some very important biblical ideas were shattered. Heaven, for example, which was a physical thing up there, heaven has gotten lost. Nobody knows where it is. It has moved outside the realm of space and time. It is in some other dimension, I suppose. And like heaven, hell too has been displaced. It's no longer down in the basement. It's not at the Mohorovicic discontinuity. It's not in the mantle. Nobody knows where the hell is. Now, as long as we had this three-story universe with a physical heavens to which the sun and the moon and the stars were attached, the Magi could very easily follow a star, which was not many thousand feet above them. They could follow the star to the birthplace of Jesus. But without the firmament and the stars many light years away, the Magi could not do that. The ascension of Jesus, for example, in light of what we really have, that we are a planet flying through outer space, the ascension of Jesus now is seen not to be a miracle, but a simple absurdity. Jesus supposedly lifted off the launching of the Lord. And where did he go? He was thought to be going up to heaven, which was just up there. But in reality, we know he would have been going into outer space. Now, what would he do to survive in outer space? You see, Jesus was still breathing after the resurrection. We are told that Jesus breathed on the disciples to give them the Holy Ghost. And we'll have more to say about the Holy Ghost and Spirit in a moment. But anyway, Jesus was going up into outer space, and how he would breathe up there, I don't know. Why a God would breathe anyway is an interesting question. Now, the temptation of Jesus will have to be thrown out. Remember, the devil supposedly took Jesus up onto a high mountain and showed him all of the kingdoms of the world. Now, that will work if the earth is flat, but it won't work if the earth is a sphere. And then we have the problem of the end of the world. In Matthew 24, verses 29 to 31, we read, "The stars will fall from the sky. The celestial powers will be shaken. Then will appear in heaven the sign that heralds the Son of Man. All the peoples of the world will make lamentation, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with great power and glory." Now, once again, if all the people of the world are to see Jesus at his second coming, we have to have a flat earth. This will not work really with a sphere. Although I must confess that on this one, Pat Robertson may have refuted me. Pat Robertson is planning to televise the second coming, and he will make sure that everyone sees it all over the world. So I may have to concede that point. Maybe we can find a prediction of Pat Robertson if we search the scriptures carefully. Another thing that goes by the by are these things called angels. In Greek, the word is angelion, or angelos rather, and it means a messenger, which is an interesting word when you think about it. Why call these things messengers? Well, in the three-story universe, we had to have communication, upstairs, downstairs, and in the ladies' chamber or whatever. Only once in the ladies' chamber. You all know the visit of the angel to Mary. But we don't have any need for angels now that we know they can't climb down Jacob's ladder to get from heaven to earth. It's, again, in some other dimension. So this whole thing of heaven, hell, and of course with it the idea of eternal punishment, eternal reward, are certainly very enigmatic ideas. They don't seem to make much sense anymore. Whereas they did make a lot of sense in the world view with which the Bible was composed. It was a pre-scientific worldview.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Earth is beautiful from outer space.
It looks just like a globe.
No duh.
A globe is a small copy of the planet Earth. Do you know the main parts? There is land on the surface of the globe. 7 sections of land on the globe. What are they called?
Those are the continents.
North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, Antarctica. There is a lot of water on the globe, covering 3/4 of the globe. What is it called?
It's the ocean.
The ocean is divided into the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic, and Southern Oceans. There is a top point on the globe. There is a bottom point on the globe. What are they called?
The North and South Poles.
The North Pole is in the Arctic Ocean, and the South Pole is on Antarctica. What is the line that circles the globe? An imaginary line that divides the globe. What is it called?
It's called the equator.
The equator lies halfway between the North and South Poles. Another line that circles the globe. It divides the east and west parts of the globe. What is it called?
That's the prime meridian.
The prime meridian is perpendicular to the equator and crosses through the North and South Poles. If you divide the globe into parts and can only see half of the globe, what is that called?
It's called a hemisphere.
Hemi is Greek for half, and a sphere is any round object, like a planet. Therefore, half planet.